Good morning students, hope you all are well. So our today's video is about genetic mutation and non-disjunction. So what is mutation? So in every cell there is DNA, and in each DNA there is some specific sequence that is called DNA sequence. So if there is any change in the DNA sequence, that causes mutation, and if mutation occurs, there is malfunctioning of the proteins and genes and change in the phenotype. So one environmental factor, that is UV light, that causes mutation in human beings. Next, there is some causes of mutation. So if there is any change in the number of the nucleotide, that causes mutation. Means if there is addition of nucleotides or deletion of one or more nucleotides, so what will happen? Each nucleotide sequence is responsible for synthesizing particular amino acids, and each amino acid is responsible for the formation of particular protein. So if there is any change, that means there is alteration or the malfunctioning of the proteins, and there is also malfunctioning of the genes, because the function of the protein depends on the genes. Also, if there is replacement of a base pair in the DNA segment, base pair means nitrogenous base pair. So A always bind with T and G always bind with C. So if in any base pair A and T is present, so if it will change by G and C, then what will happen? Then also there is the change in the protein formation and also change in the gene functioning. So we have two type of mutation, nonsense mutation and missense mutation. So the nonsense mutation involves single alteration in the DNA base pair. So that causes production of short and premature protein. And in missense mutation, it occurs when there is any mistake in the DNA code and one of the DNA base pair is changed. So if the base pair is changed, then what happens? The DNA sequence now encodes for a different amino acid. So there is the change in the protein function also, and change in the function of the gene, and that causes change in the phenotype. So this missense mutation occur in case of sickle cell anemia, okay, where the hemoglobin is non-functional. Now the first diagram is for nonsense mutation. So here you can see these are some sequences of nucleotide. So GAA, GCA, these are some DNA sequences or nucleotide sequences, and these particular sequences synthesize particular amino acid, like GAA synthesize glutamine, GCA is alanine, etc. So in nonsense mutation there is only one single alteration. So G is changed into T, and the TAA, that is a stop codon, means TAA will not synthesize any amino acid further. So there is malfunctioning of the protein or there is no protein formation, and that causes mutation. So this type of mutation, where only single alteration occur in the DNA sequence or in the nucleotide base pair, that causes nonsense mutation. Next is missense mutation. So you see there is also some DNA sequences, and that also encodes some amino acid, and all this causes the formation of a particular protein which is normal in nature. But when missense mutation occur, you see there is the change in the base pair. GAA sequence is there and it is changed into GAC. So GAA will synthesize glutamine amino acid, but GAC will synthesize aspartic acid, another amino acid. That means that causes change in the protein function. Here you can see the structure of the protein also changed. So that causes change in the function of the gene also. So this is missense mutation. Now what is non-disjunction? So non-disjunction occur during cell division. Okay, and in non-disjunction the chromosomes cannot divide properly. So inside the chromosome all DNA are present, and which means the DNA need to function properly and they can replicate. So normally when a cell divides, what happens? The chromosome lined up in an orderly manner and then separate from each other. So when these chromosomes fail to separate properly, non-disjunction occur. Means in non-disjunction there is no proper separation of chromosome. So when there is no proper separation of chromosome, the resulting daughter cells, they have the incorrect number of chromosome. So either the number is very less or the number is greater than the normal one, and that causes some problems in the cell function because there is change in the number of the chromosome, because a cell cannot function normally without the right amount of chromosome. So during non-disjunction there is malfunctioning of the cell because the chromosomes cannot separate properly, and when the daughter cells form, they are having either less chromosome or means higher number of chromosome. So let's see how this non-disjunction occurs. So in female they are having 2X chromosome, and in males they are having XY chromosome. So during gamete formation or during egg formation in females, what happens? Each egg contains X chromosome, 1X chromosome, but during non-disjunction what happens? You see 2X chromosome has entered in one cell and the other cell has received no chromosome, means no sex chromosome. Autosome is present there but no sex chromosome is there. Okay, that means it is 0. So when the X containing sperm is fused with this XX egg cell, so what it will form? It forms a triple X, XXX. So this female will no longer survive because nature not select this type of genotypic sequence. And when this X bearing sperm is fertilized with this 0 egg, or where no sex chromosome are there, so it forms X0. It forms a female, but that individual is having one disorder, that is Turner syndrome. Okay, so in next, when the Y bearing sperm is fertilized with this XX egg cell, so what it will form? XXY. That means it forms a male, but the male also having a disorder, that is Klinefelter syndrome. And when this Y bearing sperm is fertilized with this 0 egg, so it will form YO or OY, and this one is also, means this male is also no longer survive in nature, or this zygote will not divide further. Okay, so in case of X0 and in case of XXY, there is change in the number of chromosome. Now there are some chromosome related disorders, and this type of disorders occurs either due to addition or due to deletion of chromosome number. So when one chromosome of any pair is lost, the chromosome number become 1 less, that means 2n minus 1. Okay, and that named as monosomy. That means there is one chromosome is less. So it causes monosomy. And when one chromosome is added to a pair of chromosome, that means there is addition of chromosome. So the number will become 2n plus 1. That means it causes, or it names as trisomy. Okay, so let's see what is Turner syndrome. So this Turner syndrome was first described by the scientist Turner. So here in this Turner syndrome, there is absence of one X chromosome in female. As you have seen in this non-disjunction, this female having the Turner syndrome, it has only one X chromosome. But in normal female, they are having two X chromosome. Okay. So the individuals with Turner syndrome, there is absence of one X chromosome. So when X chromosome fail to separate during meiosis or during gamete formation, both the X chromosome enter in one cell and other cell receive nothing. That means other cell have 22 autosome and no sex chromosome, means 22 plus 0. And if it is fertilized with 22 plus X, means the X bearing sperm, then the zygote will be 44 plus X0. 44 means 44 autosome plus X0. That means the total number of chromosome is 45. And this female becomes sterile and there is no proper gonadal development and no such primary sexual characters are developed in this type of individuals. And this disease is known as gonadal dysgenesis. Next is Klinefelter syndrome. So in Turner syndrome, we have seen there is the total number of chromosome is 45. But in Klinefelter syndrome, the total number of chromosome is 47. That means addition of one extra X chromosome. Okay. So these individuals, they are also sterile because there is also no such proper gonadal development. Means these males are, or these individuals, they are having the male appearance, but the gonads are not properly developed. And in some cases there is breast development in this type of individual. So in this type of individual, they are having one extra X chromosome. That means total 46 chromosome plus one more extra X chromosome. So when during non-disjunction, the egg cell XX is fertilized with the Y bearing sperm, then what will be the combination? XXY. Means in normal male, what is the combination? XY. But in case of Klinefelter syndrome, one X chromosome is extra, that is XXY. So the total number of chromosome in this individual is coming 47. So it is 44 plus XXY or total 47. So as you can see, this Turner and Klinefelter syndrome through Punnett square. So the first one, XX and XY, this occurs in case of normal female and normal male. But when non-disjunction occur during gamete formation, so one X cell receives 2 X chromosome and other X cell receives no sex chromosome. Autosome is present there, 22 autosome is present there, but no X chromosome or no such sex chromosome are present. So the first one, the X bearing sperm is fertilized with this 2XX egg cell, that means it forms a super female, that means triple X, and it is non-viable or it will not form. Next is X0, so it is a female, but there is less number of X chromosome, means one X chromosome is less, and that causes Turner syndrome. The next one, that is when the Y bearing sperm is fertilized with the egg cell containing 2 X chromosome, it forms XXY, that means one extra X chromosome, and it forms the Klinefelter syndrome. And when the Y bearing sperm is fertilized with this egg cell which has no sex chromosome, it is non-viable, or this type of embryo will not form. Okay.